Decided to stop by Ice Art and just look at some of the ice sculptures. I was a little uncertain as to whether or not we'd have anything worth looking at, just because, you know, it's a little bit warm. But after walking in just a little ways, it was confirmed that there definitely is worth looking at. So we've got this, which is completely made out of ice. It looks like they did probably 4 or 5 different seams to build that all together. That's taller than I am by a healthy margin. It's probably like 2 or 3 times as tall as I am, and it is just fantastic. And then we've also got other stuff, like over here we've got a hyena on a pile of bones, and so good. And over here we have a piece called Spelling Bee, and it says Alaska across the bottom in like a honeycomb with a dancer, I think. It looks like bits of the dancer have fallen off, but anyway, it was just super cool that it's got like this honeycomb that spells out Alaska. So here we have a piece called Perspective is the Key, which proved itself very well, because we walked up to it and Zach was like, I'm not quite sure what's going on there. It looks like some bits are missing. And I was like, well, it looks like down here we've got a person who's depressed, and then they fall in love or find heart in something, and they reach for the sky. And he's like, oh yeah, perspective. It's the key. So at this point, I feel it's worth pointing out that literally every year that I've been here, there's been some sort of swordfish sculpture like this. I don't know why, but they look nice, so I'm not complaining. So if you've ever wondered what mold would look like if it were made big and out of ice, then you now have your answer. This is what mold looks like when it's way bigger than what mold actually is, and made out of ice, which mold usually isn't. But yeah. So I don't know if anybody planned this or whatnot, but over there we've got that angel, and right here we've got this giant dragon, although it's missing like half of its wing. But I think this one is called Mother Love, because it's got an egg there for the dragon, which I think is actually really cool, because it's talking about how even things that sometimes people think of as monsters can still have, motherly instincts and be arguably good. And here we have the Great War Horse, which is right next to the Firebird. But I think somebody put some water on the Firebird because it's going out. So this is pretty fantastic. It's a giant fish with a something. Now the title of this is Sparring, which leads me to believe that there is some conflict between the little something and the big fish, which is a fantastic idea. But I'm kind of missing what the little something is. But the big fish is really cool. Really cool. But not as cool as the angel that was way back over there. Over here, in second place for multi-block, we have Valhalla, which has the 2 wolves, and I think that's supposed to be Odin. And right here, there's this giant ice globe that inside the globe has a castle with lightning crackles through it, and it's just so glorious. This is, as of so far yet, my favorite piece. And over here we have the classic love story of somebody going into the sea and seeing a mermaid and falling in love. This piece is called Simply Irresistible, and we have a diver over here meeting a mermaid over here. It's pretty cool. Along the ocean theme, and for comedic effect, we now have something entitled We're Going to Need a Bigger Boat. We've got a little tiny boat right there trying to catch this whole thing, which is like a giant anglerfish. It appears that there was a upper jaw that has fallen off over there, but pretty fantastic. We have first place for the multi-block, something called Warpath, which is basically just 4 horses with people on them. Let's be real, Valhalla was way better. And here we have a giant killer whale jumping up out of the ocean. And I have to say, the water effects for this one are just absolutely fantastic. If you look very carefully, you can even see like water dripping off the edge of his fins. Very realistic, very well done. And coming in first place for the all block piece, we have a morass, which is actually looking really nice. You know, it's where all the extra bits end up. It's quite good. And here we have the ice that all of those ice sculptures was made out of. We have 2 blocks here. It's basically just chunks cut out of the lake ice. I can't talk at the moment. And as you can see right up here, we've got this very thin layer of like really cloudy ice where all the bubbles are. And then down here, it's all like super clear and just fantastic looking. And so that is the World Championship Ice Arts here at Fairbanks, Alaska. So just want to say thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.